More than 1,000 Americans fell ill last year from food that was supposed to be safe, and 6 people lost their lives. A simple snack can sometimes carry hidden risks, from harmful bacteria to undeclared allergens. This isn't an isolated issue. Food recalls in the United States have surged in recent years, raising serious concerns about safety and oversight. So why are more products being pulled from shelves? The answer is complex. Behind every recall is a mix of global supply chains, production challenges, and regulatory gaps that most consumers never see but directly affect what ends up on our plates. The sharp rise in food recalls in the United States have surged sharply in recent years, capturing public attention and concern. In the last year alone, the Food and Drug Administration recalled more food items than it had in the previous 5 years combined. This includes a wide range of groceries, from fresh vegetables to indulgent ice cream, products many of us encounter daily without hesitation. What makes this alarming is that these recalls are not just inconvenient. Last year, more than 1,000 people became sick due to contaminated or mislabeled products, and 6 tragically died. These numbers highlight that this issue is not hypothetical or occasional, but a growing threat to public health. Consumers expect the food they buy to be safe, but that trust is being challenged more frequently. While recalls serve as a protective measure, they also reveal flaws in the system designed to prevent unsafe food from reaching our plates in the first place. What's striking is that these recalls run the gamut from minor packaging errors to dangerous contamination. Every recall incident underlines a painful reality. Despite multiple layers of inspections and safety checks, some hazardous products slip through. The reasons behind this rise are complex and often hidden from view, making it difficult for the average shopper to know just how safe their food really is. The impact of these recalls extends beyond health concerns to touch consumer confidence and financial costs. Companies face expensive withdrawals, compensation, and costly public relations damage that can sometimes put them out of business entirely. This raises a deeper question about the overall food safety landscape and what systemic shifts have led us to this point. Understanding these forces is key to seeing how recalls have become more frequent and why this trend might continue without major changes. To start, it's important to know who is responsible for keeping our food safe in the first place. When trust in food safety depends so heavily on regulatory agencies, their roles and limits become crucial to examine. Who watches our food? In the United States, food safety is mainly handled by 2 agencies, the Food and Drug Administration and the Food Safety and Inspection Service. The FSIS focuses on meat and poultry, while the FDA oversees most other foods, including produce, dairy, and packaged goods. Together, they inspect facilities and test products to catch risks before food reaches store shelves, acting as a critical safety net for consumers. But the system has clear limitations. Inspections often happen only every 3 to 5 years, and with massive production and global imports, it's nearly impossible to monitor everything closely. Many companies conduct their own safety checks, but these vary in quality and consistency. As a result, problems can slip through, creating a gap between safety standards and what actually reaches consumers. The challenge is made worse by limited resources. The FDA's Food Division has long struggled with understaffing and underfunding, slowing inspections and investigations. In one case, contaminated infant formula in 2022 was not recalled until 5 months after initial hospitalizations. With oversight split across agencies and resources stretched thin, ensuring the safety of every product on every shelf remains a growing and complex challenge. To understand why so many products become unsafe, it helps to look closely at the most common reasons behind recalls. Common recall reasons. Food recalls happen for many reasons, but a few causes show up again and again. One of the most common is contamination from harmful bacteria like E. coli and Salmonella. In one recent case, a major retailer pulled over 16,000 pounds of ground beef due to suspected E. coli. These outbreaks can quickly make people seriously ill if contaminated food reaches consumers. Another cause involves foreign objects in food, such as plastic, wood, or even rocks. Shoppers have reported finding these in everyday products, pointing to failures in production and packaging. While rare, these incidents can cause serious injury and damage consumer trust. The most dangerous issue, however, is undeclared allergens. Missing ingredients like peanuts or soy on labels can be life-threatening. There have been cases where mislabeled products led to fatal allergic reactions. These recurring problems show that food safety is far from perfect, and even everyday products can carry hidden risks from farm to table. No matter why food is recalled, tracing back where it came from grows more complicated every year. So like and subscribe as we break this down step by step. The supply chain challenge. One of the biggest reasons food recalls are rising is the growing complexity of today's supply chains. A large portion of fruits and vegetables consumed in the United States now come from overseas, and that number continues to increase. Food travels thousands of miles and passes through multiple handlers before reaching store shelves, making it much harder to trace where contamination begins. When something goes wrong, companies often struggle to pinpoint the exact source, slowing response times and increasing risk. This global network also brings inconsistent safety standards. Different countries follow different rules, inspection systems, and enforcement levels, creating gaps in oversight. When contaminated food crosses borders, coordinating recalls becomes more difficult, often delaying warnings to consumers. The longer the journey, the harder it is to remove unsafe products quickly. Even within the country, food production has become more centralized. Large-scale operations mean a single contamination issue can impact multiple states or even the entire nation. These vast interconnected systems make food safety harder to manage, showing why recalls are becoming more frequent and widespread. As sourcing food from all over the world becomes riskier, the way we produce animals for food also affects safety in surprising ways. Factory farming risks. Factory farming in the United States has expanded to massive scales, with facilities housing hundreds of thousands, even millions of animals. The country now raises nearly twice as many animals for food as it did just a few decades ago. While this system keeps prices low and supply high, it also creates the perfect environment for disease to spread quickly among densely packed animals. When one animal gets sick, entire populations can be affected, increasing the risk of contamination entering the food supply. This scale also makes monitoring and control far more difficult. With so many animals in one place, detecting illness early or stopping outbreaks becomes a challenge. Dangerous pathogens like salmonella can survive in meat and other products, leading to widespread illness and major recalls once they reach consumers. At the same time, the size of these operations puts pressure on safety agencies and companies trying to oversee them. Inspections can only go so far, and response times are limited. These risks highlight how modern farming methods play a major role in food safety issues and the growing number of recalls. The immense scale of farming shifts the burden onto oversight systems, which face their own challenges in protecting public health. Government struggles and solutions. Government agencies responsible for food safety are struggling to keep up with rising risks and recalls. Investigations have shown that food regulation is not always treated as a top priority within the FDA, which also oversees prescription drugs and medical devices. Chronic understaffing and limited funding reduce the agency's ability to inspect facilities and respond quickly to contamination. In some cases, inspections happen only once every 3 to 5 years, allowing unsafe products to reach consumers unnoticed. The consequences can be serious. In 2022, contaminated infant formula led to the deaths of 2 infants and hospitalized 4 others. Yet it took 5 months after the first hospitalizations for a recall to be issued. Delays like this reveal how stretched regulatory systems are and how easily gaps in oversight can put lives at risk. While these challenges persist, consumers can still take steps to protect themselves. Paying attention to food sources, reading labels carefully, and following basic safety practices like clean, separate, cook, and chill can help reduce risk. At the same time, stronger funding, better inspections, and improved tracking systems are essential to make food safety more reliable. Food recalls are rising because of complex supply chains, massive farming operations, and limited government oversight. Understanding these factors helps us see the real risks behind the food on our plates. Staying informed and practicing safe food habits can protect your health until improvements are made. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more insights into the issues that affect you every day.